Welcome back to another episode of the Loan Officer Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Johnstone. And before we get into today's episode, I want to remind you that the majority of funded deals in the mortgage industry come from referrals, whether it's from your past customers and center of influence, or it's referral partners like realtors, financial planners, insurance advisors, title companies. We have discovered that there are 7 pathways to get as many referrals as you can in your mortgage business. And we have pre-programmed them into the Loan Officer CRM. That's what it is. It's a referral getting engine. And we have built a power dialer so you can make more calls. We have pre-built all of the workflows, so all of the messaging is there waiting for you to customize it for you. And then we built AI agents to have the conversations with the people that you are communicating to help you generate more referrals. Now, we also include 300 qualified agents a month so you can get new referral relationships, and we teach you the 8 different offers that you can use to get top producing agents in order to refer you business and open up those relationships. So right now, go to loanofficercrm.ai. loanofficercrm.ai. You can also go to Google and type in Loan Officer CRM. We're in the #1 spot on Google. Check it out, read all the reviews, and then book a one-on-one demo with our team. They'll answer all your questions, walk you through the whole program, and help you discover whether it's the right fit for your business, because it's not right for everybody, but it may be right for you. And if it is, it's an incredible opportunity. So head on over to loanofficercrm.ai and enjoy this episode of the Loan Officer Marketing Podcast.
And what are we talking about today?
So we are talking about Blockbuster Video. It sounds a little bit weird, but like AI.
Yeah.
So you know me, I'm in the trenches with AI
Yeah.
and running a lot. And I'm to the point now where I feel like I've got to wave a pretty heavy flag in the mortgage industry about what's happening.
Well, I think so. AI is one of those things. I think, for most loan and because it's all new, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's all new, and we're still figuring this thing out. I think for most loan officers, they have AI. It's kind of like they have a cell phone, and they're using it as a hammer.
Yeah, guilty. I've done that.
Yeah, they don't know what they have.
Yep.
And they're making funny pictures, which is funny, right? It's funny. I go on there and do hey, show me a picture of a caveman doing a selfie, and it's cool, right? It's kind of funny, but we don't close loans, or I haven't,
right.
with funny pictures, right? And so it's so it's like, all right, I got this amazing machine. How do I close more loans with it? Like where do I go when you do this? We've seen this many more loans in this many weeks or months or first quarter, second quarter, like whatever. That's the stuff that really interests me.
Exactly. And I just got off the phone 2 days ago with a gentleman who's getting a lead a day, and his funding ratio on the leads is as high as his real estate referral partners.
No kidding.
And that's why I referenced Blockbuster Video. Because, so Carl, I don't know, did you know that Blockbuster Video had the chance to buy Netflix?
I did know that.
Yeah, $50 million.
Yeah.
They could have bought. But the executives at Blockbuster said, nah, streaming, not going to be a thing.
We got nothing to learn here. We know this market, and that's not who we are.
Market's not going to change.
And for those of you that are younger, what Blockbuster was, it was
right? So BlackBerry, did you know that BlackBerry at one point had over 50% market share of all of the smartphones in North America?
I watched a documentary on the BlackBerry, and it was fascinating. You know where I think most of these people made their mistakes? And we talked about a little bit about this before we hit the record button. I know everything. I don't have anything to learn here. I know what I'm doing. We have this, because that's what happened to BlackBerry. And and again, if you're not familiar with, all kidding aside, if you're not familiar with BlackBerry, because we might have some people on here that aren't, it was a cell phone, and they dominated the market.
Yep.
Like everybody had a BlackBerry. Like what'd you say, 50%?
Over 50% at one point.
That's an enormous number.
Yeah. And now they don't make phones.
And now they don't make phones,
Yeah.
because they
And
knew everything. So what was their demise?
so they didn't pivot fast enough when
Mm,
the iPhone came out and they thought, oh, people aren't going to want to touch a screen. They're going to want a keyboard. And they didn't realize what the App Store was going to do. So, what
yeah,
Apple did was it put all of the tools that you want to use
yeah,
on your phone in an App Store and all these third party platforms built on the App Store. So, in
yeah.
order to get access to the app, you had to have the iPhone. Well, ChatGPT just launched apps inside of ChatGPT. So you can go to your ChatGPT account and be like, build me a Spotify playlist for working in the background while I'm calling my qualified real estate agents.
Mm,
ChatGPT now runs your Spotify, but through ChatGPT. And the point that I'm really hoping to get to the mortgage industry is
yes.
that yes, AI is great tools and great things that you can use, and it's a great tool for your business. But what we need to be paying attention to is our consumers and our customers. Because we're going through a moment where, Carl, it sounds crazy to say this, but I think that Google and Amazon have the potential right now to actually be the blockbuster of the future.
Mm,
Because when you experience an AI assistant for the first time
yeah,
and you ask it a question and it goes and reads all the websites and it gets all the information and it knows the history of what you like and how you've searched for things before, and then it delivers the result back to you. Why would you ever go and read all of those websites again when you can just get the answer? And ChatGPT just launched Operator, which is a browser that's hard to get because it only works on certain computers or certain chips and all this stuff. You use that one time, and it's the iPhone moment of the you used to use a BlackBerry and now you use an iPhone. And you're like, oh well, I have to switch.
yeah,
And so understanding that we're going through this pivot in society, understanding our consumers are going to change, and then realizing us in the mortgage industry, we get the majority of our business from our past customers.
yeah,
We get the majority of our business from our realtor referral relationships.
yeah,
And then we get another chunk if we're following the daily success plan from the deals that we have in process, picking up the
yeah.
phone, making phone calls, and doing that. But now there's a fourth pillar.
Tell me.
That fourth pillar is consumer direct leads that are using AI in order to research real estate, research mortgages, find specific loan products. And right now, we have clients that are getting fully filled out 1003 mortgage applications because AI is saying, oh, you want that type of loan? Here's the mortgage broker that you should be working with, and here's their application link. And they're fully filling out the mortgage application link without even talking to the loan officer.
It's well, so I would say like the leads we get from Google,
Yeah,
for mortgage leads we get off of Google, man, they're great. I mean, you've been helping us that probably like literally 10 years or more.
yeah,
When our back, when our well, I say back when. See, isn't that funny how that's happens? I
right.
was going to say because it still is, with our Google business page, and we get good reviews, which you've helped
Yep.
us learn how to crack that code. And then when we get those good reviews, somebody goes in and does a search. Google puts a lot of weight and emphasis on the reviews and the referral. I call them referrals. The referrals that Google gives us off of that, which doesn't cost us a dime.
Yep.
Um, it's impressive. I mean, they close at a double digit, rate. I'd say 12, 15, 17%, which is darn good. But
Yeah.
you're right. I bet Google's sweating right now because, you know, I know for me, I never go to Google anymore except if I want a picture. So
Yeah.
I was thinking about going to Marie and I were looking at places to go for Thanksgiving. Like go. I'm looking for a cute little town
Nice.
somewhere, and so I said, all right. So I went to ChatGPT, show me some cute town, or give me the names of cute towns, and then I went on Google, say, all right, let me see all the pictures of that town. But other than
Yep.
pictures, I don't use Google at all. And at this event that I just came back from, they were saying the same thing that if you're not preparing for the Chat GPT search,
Yep.
uh, you're gonna be left outside.
Yeah. And
So how hard is it to get how hard is that like how hard is it to make that happen? Like for Chat GPT Does Chat GPT, and I already know the answer to this, but I know that I know what's being asked. Well, if I'm good on Google, am I now good on Chat GPT?
No. And that's the interesting part of it. So I'm looking at major markets where we're having clients come back to us after years of not being on our program, where they're saying, "Hey, Chris, you did this on Google. We've been locked in for years getting leads from Google, and I don't show up inside ChatGPT. I don't show up in Grok. What's happening? Why is this?" And the AI looks at your online presence totally differently. And I almost said more intelligently, but it takes into account a totally different landscape online because they know they're competing with Google. They don't want to give the authority over to Google. Same thing with Amazon, right? And that's why I say these companies could be massively disrupted because, so I'll give you just a quick little example, Carl, because this relates to why the AI results are different. And if we're talking to a loan officer who's got more than 10 5-star ratings and reviews, everybody should go on to ChatGPT and just say, "Hey, find me the best mortgage lender or loan officer in local marketplace and tell me why." And we all have Googled ourselves. Go ChatGPT yourself. Go into your marketplace as a consumer, do a search, see what comes up. Most of these top producers are surprised when they go on and use AI to find that they're not there because the AI is looking for something different.
Now, how do I ask to do that? How do I ask ChatGPT? Because if I go in there and I go, "Hey, who's the best loan officer in, or in my case, who's the best branch manager in, Tampa Bay?" It's going to say, "Well, Carl, you are because you're amazing, right?"
Right.
Which is all true.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
so, but if somebody else asks, how do I? Is that what I ask it? If somebody other than me asks this question, who would you name? Is that how you ask it?
Yes, and brings up two really important points. First off, when you're using the desktop version of ChatGPT, up in the top right-hand corner, there's a little chat bubble that has like dotted lines around it. Click on that. It's called a temporary chat, and it doesn't use any of the information that's inside your account to change your search.
Mm.
But what that also tells us is when new consumers are searching for mortgage lenders, what they get is totally custom and unique to them.
Hmm.
So if you can get your past clients to reference or look you up inside ChatGPT before they start searching for rates, before they start searching for loan officers, if you can get a recommendation and get them to research you specifically, when they do go and do a search for, "Hey, what mortgage lender do you recommend?" you'll come up in that list because they've already researched your business. They've already interacted with you. So when you're doing your database marketing and you're getting more and more people to research you, it's very important to have done the work ahead of time to get AI to have good information about you and your brand, but you want people to go and look for you inside of ChatGPT and these AI searches. The other point to that, Carl, is that AI is so smart that it's now becoming the engine that refers mortgage lenders. And you referenced Google as I get referrals from Google.
Yeah.
But what a lot of so ChatGPT did their big, most recent announcement. And the case study that they used for one of their tools was Zillow and the home search process. Like they're literally targeting the industry as a place where they're going to create a lot of disruption on the real estate side of things, not necessarily on the mortgage side of things. But home buyers are going out and starting the real estate search. Find me a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom in this price range, in this market, in this schools, and then send me updates when new listings hit the market. People are using ChatGPT for that right now. When they find the perfect listing, ChatGPT actually asks them, "Hey, looks like you're happy with this one. Would you like a recommendation for a mortgage lender that can get you pre-qualified?" They type in yes. And then it delivers the result of who it feels is the most reputable in the market or the most knowledgeable. That's the world that we're moving into.
Hey, I got a question. Where does ChatGPT make their money? It can't be on the, the $20 or whatever it is that I send them.
Yeah,
And they're not doing ads as of yet that I know of.
that's coming.
Okay, I was going to say because somehow, they're not in business of making $20. Even if you go, everybody in America paying them $20, that's not what they're after. They're after like world domination. So
Yeah.
where do they are they making money yet, or are they just getting market share right now?
So it is a race for market share, and they want to be the Google of the AIs
Yeah.
on AI assistants. But where they make their money is actually on other companies and other platforms plugging in and using
Ah,
ChatGPT as their tool and their service. So most AI that you use is actually a layer that connects to ChatGPT or a large language model on the back end, one of the big five,
of
and then
course.
it delivers the results back. So you have
Okay.
to pay for token usage. So inside the loan officer CRM, we are connected to a large language model on the back end that writes all the emails and writes all the text messages and all that kind of stuff. So they make money off people like us who have a solution that's custom, but we're using that large language model
Okay.
to deliver our service.
Okay. One thing I've always learned, not always, one thing I've known for a long time is if you're not paying for the service, you're the product.
Wow.
You
That's
know?
what a
Yeah.
powerful statement.
Yeah. Because like you look at Google, it's free,
Yep.
you're the product. You look at
That's right.
Facebook, it's free, you're the product, which is okay, right? So
Yep.
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. It's like Google is I'm the product and they're attracting me to run ads to, so
Yep.
they make the money. So yeah, anytime something's free, you're the product. So with ChatGPT having a free service, it's learning. And gosh, I'd almost be so bold to say it's learned. Like it's Cause dude, I compared it. I know we're getting off topic here, but I compared it to Grok. So I got Grok built. I got a little Tesla. So in the
Yep.
Tesla, there's a button on the steering wheel. I push the button. I'm connected to Grok, right?
Yep.
So it's easy, right? And on ChatGPT, I call mine Hermie. I don't know why I got that. So Hermie, which is the elf on red on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, right? Well, I guess I don't know. Anyway,
Huh.
so I could access ChatGPT on my phone, which comes through my speakers, but it's just easier. I hit the, so I compare the two often in my car, and ChatGPT spanks Grok. Like
Oh yeah.
it's not even close. Like
Mm-hmm.
like Grok is still learning for sure, which surprised me, with Elon, love him or hate him,
Mm-hmm.
a brilliant technology engineer. Nobody can deny that.
Oh
He
yeah.
basically ran NASA out of business, right? The guy's a savant, probably literally, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was amazed at Grok. So which leads up to this. That's a 10-minute segment into this one question. Should my focus be on ChatGPT, or should I be also looking at some of these other AI machines like Grok?
Great, fantastic question. So you know how when you rank on Google, you kind of by automatically show up on Yahoo and
Yeah,
Bing and
yeah,
all these other searches?
yeah.
I'm finding it to be like that with ChatGPT. So our heavy focus, because we believe that ChatGPT is most likely to win this consumer direct push and get the most amount of users and make that leap ahead of the other consumer direct.
Hey there. Hey, if you're loving the tips so far, be sure to hit that subscribe button right down there and then tap the little bell so that you never miss out on more free, cool tips coming your way. Also, I would love to hear from you. Drop a comment beneath there. Let me know what you think or tell me what you'd like to hear next.
That's where we're focusing our efforts for our clients to get them recommended by the AI. But so our client who got the mortgage application directly from AI is ranked on ChatGPT, Gemini on Google, and on Grok, and was non-existent when we
Interesting.
started teaching the large language models about their business and educating the large language models about it. So I think it's
Hmm.
focus on ChatGPT, and you're going to get this waterfall effect across the other ones.
So is AI the way that you know how to do it? is AI now at the point where we can say, and this is a real question, where we can now say, you do this and I expect this many loans per month? Like, is it a thing if you're not counting loans at the end of the month, whatever you're doing it wrong, right? And there's nothing wrong with doing it wrong. It's just there's something wrong in not knowing it, right?
Yeah.
So God knows I do my share of wrong things. I hang out. No, really, I hang out with a board of directors that says, Carl, you're doing it wrong. Awesome. Show me how to do it right. I don't know how to do it right, but that's wrong.
Yep.
And so are we at the point now in AI, I can count loans from it?
Yes, absolutely. We have clients that are closing multiple loans per month. Granted, they're in larger markets. So we've got people ranked in like Seattle, Washington. We have people ranked in, close to you, Tampa. We've got some of these larger markets, and we're funding loans every month as a result of it. Smaller markets, less traffic. But my perspective, and I could be wrong or not on this, is we've entered a moment where do you remember when I came to you? Gosh, this has got to be 8, 9 years ago, and I had 9 out of the top 10 spots on Google.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I believe that where we're at with ranking in AI is like that right now. Like the early adopters are so early that there's all of this low hanging fruit. Because if you look at specific loan products, somebody using AI to research a specific loan product and calling you as a result, the closing ratios are really high on the leads that come through. I shouldn't
Yeah.
say really high, but 15% is an
It's,
attainable number for sure.
yeah. Yeah. It's really, and I would call that really high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to Facebook leads, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah. Like
like,
Facebook and TikTok is between 0.5 and 1.
that's right.
Right. So it's 15 times better, right? Which
Yeah.
is which is a lot. Hey, let me ask you something. So you said primarily in the bigger areas right now, Atlanta, Tampa,
Mhm.
Seattle, LA, whatever. What if I'm in Inverness, Florida? And
Mhm.
just to put that on a map for you, Inverness is a small town of about, I don't know, it's a little bigger than this, but let's say 50,000 people, and it's
Yep.
about an hour and a half north of Tampa. So it's not
Yep.
in Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Could I market, if I'm in Inverness, can I market myself on ChatGPT as Tampa Bay? Or can living in Inverness, can I market myself as in, I don't know, Atlanta
Right.
or Seattle? Can I do that? Or does it know, no, Carl, you're in Inverness, you can only play there?
So phenomenal question. What I'm learning about the artificial intelligence is that it's more about becoming an expert in the person type and the product type.
Hmm.
And so you can be in a small market, but be an expert in VA.
Yeah.
And somebody who's looking specifically for an expert in that loan product, we're so early in ranking that you can get statewide, maybe even larger traffic for that type of recommendation in that type of market because we're so early. The competition hasn't caught up to what we can get. So even though this is happening way faster than I thought it was going to.
Yeah.
I thought Google search was going to still be dominant for 2, maybe 3 years from now. And then it was going to kind of tip slowly. And then we'd start to see more and more coming from the AI.
It's already
And
happened.
already happened in months, not years.
Yeah.
So I believe that the loan officers that want, the opportunity that we had for the last 10 years in Google has restarted, and the clock is now tipping on ChatGPT and AI. And it's the people then the early adopters that get there now that can take that ride and get the recommendations as this pivot happens. So is it worth, are you going to close multiple loans per month? Probably not. But if you take that over a 5-year time period, is it worth it to invest now to have that opportunity in the future? I think hands down, after you call your database, after you set up referral relationships with qualified real estate agents and you make your calls to your deals in process, this is something that absolutely deserves attention.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I had somebody ask me at this event. They said, Carl, every time I do a search on something, you pop up, right? And they were saying, how do you make that happen? Like a real
Yep.
question, right? A real question. And so I said, well, two things. Number one, of course, you got to be good,
Yep. That's
right? You
right.
got to be good at what you do, right? And you got to be excellent at what you do, right? I'm being kind and I'm being humble. by saying good, right? You really for all of us here, right? All of us listening here today, you have to be excellent at what you do, right?
Yes.
And I'm not unique in being excellent. There's uh, tens of thousands of loan officers across country will listen to this podcast, and my suspicion is thousands of you are excellent,
Yeah.
right? So it's not even a small select few. It's probably most people that you're educating yourself, you're learning. While some people are listening to music, you're educating yourself right now. So that
That's
already
right.
puts you at the top of the pile, right? So number one, you have to be excellent at what you do. The other thing is, dude, I've been doing this for a while,
Yeah.
and I've been on Google, thanks to you, Chris, for a while. And once you're at the top of the pile, it's hard to get knocked off,
That's right.
right? It's hard to knock off the incumbent, like in
Yep.
politics. You know, whoever's
Yep.
in office now, it's hard to knock him or her off. Like it is, it's
Yep.
hard. And so that's what I've been thinking about in this chat GPT. I'm getting on this thing early, you know, with your help, of course. I'm getting on this thing early because once I'm established, I'm not saying it's impossible for somebody to step in. It's hard.
Yes.
So it's way
Yep.
harder to push somebody off than to be that first one that's here in the first place. And you just get time, and you can. We had an IP issue with our email address the other day, and I told Diane, just get a new one. Are you kidding? She freaked out, right? She said, "Are you kidding?" Yeah. Well, and the reason she freaked out, she knows more about this than I do, right?
Right.
And if I knew what she knew, I'd have been freaked out too. She said, "Carl, that's nuts." And I said, Why is that nuts?" We spent the last 20 years building up a very substantial IP address. You don't just put on a new one. That our IP address is worth just the IP address is worth millions, like literally,
Yep.
because we have a strong IP address. And so it's the same thing with this. That once you get in, it's really good. All right, so let's say how long? No income claims here, right? This is just
Yes.
two buddies that
Yes.
we're just having an open conversation. And I know you got a hard stop here, so but I just love this topic. Um, I start doing what you tell me to do.
Hmm.
How long before I get my first inbound referral? Like, I get no claims, just like what would you expect? No promises. What would you expect?
So I'm hoping the answer surprises you
Okay.
because it's almost instant. Because one of the ways that you train the artificial intelligence that you're an expert
Okay.
in mortgages in your market for a specific loan type is you use it to create content. And then when it makes mistakes, you train it what is right in the mortgage industry. So you actually
Mm.
prove to it that you are an expert by being an expert and teaching it and training it. But what I would like for all of everybody listening to do here now is when you do that deep market research and you get that incredible topic, you tell ChatGPT, write me an email newsletter that goes to my past customer database that uses the fundamentals of the mortgage marketing animals to ask for referrals and put together a newsletter send to my past customers. And it will put that email together for you. You take that email, you put it on a blog, and then you send out an email that says, hey, I created this content for you. Rates are at 18-month lows. And, because I'm on Breakfast Club,
I get it.
I got the great information, but like give them the news about the marketplace and say, hey, if you're thinking about doing a refinance, give me a call. And if you have friends, family members, or coworkers looking to buy, sell, or refinance, can I count on you to forward this email to them? If you send that email, load some of those people into a power dialer or just pick up your phone and call them, you will most likely generate a referral and fund a mortgage deal while training the AI to get results in the future.
Mm.
Now, how long will it take to get referrals from AI? I've seen it happen as quickly as 70-ish days, and some accounts we're still working on. So there is no real rhyme or reason. But if we understand that the goal is to become an AI powered loan officer, and once a week you can have a newsletter that gets sent out to your qualified agents that's outrageously good, well researched, well structured, sent out. You've got database marketing on a schedule where AI delivers it to you. You get to send that out to your past customer database. And every time you do that task, you're building authority and you're helping to rank. I mean, why not?
Hmm. Very interesting. Yeah, so this isn't necessarily a 6 month plan. Even I don't mind 6 month plans.
Right,
Right,
exactly.
the money I made this month is work that I did 6 months ago. I'm okay. I wasn't okay with that at 6 months ago, but I'm way okay with it today. Right? That's how that works, right? Yeah,
Delayed gratification.
delayed gratification. But I like eating along the way too.
Yes.
And so the big results might take a bit of a time. But I saw, by the way, well, I was getting ready to go off on a bunny trail and I got to hold it off. So, hey, I got another idea for a topic for us to do, a new
Ooh,
topic.
okay.
And we'll do that next. In fact, maybe either tomorrow, Monday, or maybe we'll end this and record another one and they'll get it next week or whatever. But it's interesting when I get an email
Mm-hmm.
and I can tell it was written by AI,
Yes.
and I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, Chris. I discount the email.
Of course.
I just
Yes.
totally discount it, even though it's factual, incredibly written information. But I go,
Mm-hmm.
this is AI, and I don't read it. It's an invitation to a webinar. I can tell it's AI written. I'm not going. It's an invitation to an event written by AI. I'm not going. I mean, and maybe that's just me, right? Because
Yep. No, I don't think so.
I'm
I
a
think,
writer, so I love writing,
yes.
and I love reading and learning from other people that are writers. But
Yep.
here's an interesting thing:
Mm.
when I get a newsletter
Yep.
that I know is written by I still read the newsletter.
Isn't that funny?
It is, yeah, because but see, the newsletter is like an article written by Google kind of thing. That's what I think. When I get a newsletter, it's like whatever. It's like the newspaper. It's like a magazine article. But
Yep.
don't handwrite a magazine article and try to make me believe that it's I don't know.
That's right.
Is that it? Am I weird in that an email I discount, but a newsletter I don't?
I don't think so. Not at all. And, I love the Loan Officer Breakfast Club newsletter because
Dude, I love it.
it's like it's a journey. And if there's a little piece of it that you're not really into, you're like, okay, what's next?
I scroll, just scroll to the
You
next
don't
one, right?
you just scroll to the next one, right? So it's a totally different experience and super valuable. I know a top producer who's absolutely crushing it because he's got a section that's the lowest price houses in the market, a section that's the highest priced listings in the market,
Mm.
and the market commentary in the middle. So people always hit the open rate's insane because some people want to see the lowest, some people want the highest, and some want what's in the middle.
Isn't that clever?
Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, I love that newsletter too. So I get a handful of them. And Frank's, and I know he's got, he says, "Hey, I'm using AI to write the newsletter,"
Yep.
but I think, and maybe it's because he told me what to expect,
Yep.
and now it's okay. But
Yeah.
if you tell me, "Hey, this is a real painting that I painted," and I find out, no, it's a picture you took with your iPhone,
Yeah.
I totally, even though I love to see, hey, here's a picture I took on my iPhone. Awesome, man. What an awesome picture. I love the framing. I love the color, man. It was all, don't try to, I don't know. So maybe we can do an episode on how to alter the copy that
Yep.
AI spits out to make it look more authentic.
I
And
would
you can do
love
that.
that.
Like I'm
Oh,
convinced. So
absolutely.
I personally just I literally write my own because I
Mm-hmm.
like writing. Like
Yep.
I don't want a painter to paint my paintings. I want to paint. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want a songwriter to write my songs. I want to write my songs, right? It's just a
Yeah.
quirk of mine. I love writing. So mine I actually hand write, but I think and these loan officers putting out all this content. How do you know? Like, what's some small little tweaks to it that might help out? So, whole different topic anyway. Hey, if I want to hear some more about the how do I get ranked on ChatGPT and these AI engines so I can start getting referrals from that and be an early adopter, what do I do?
So I've got a website set up. It's loanofficercrm.ai. So loanofficercrm.ai /AIO, which is AI optimization. So loanofficercrm.ai /AIO. Sorry for the weird link.
I almost heard, what's that? On that farm, he had a dog. E-I-E-I-O.
Yeah, I'm totally gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm totally gonna have an EIEIO.
I don't know. It's where my head goes.
That's amazing.
Yeah, see, I don't think about Hemingway or Walter Whitman. No, I go right to Old MacDonald had a farm. Yeah, so
Well, mine's
anyway,
Homer Simpson on a trike doing
yeah,
the
we're on
spinning
the same.
thing.
That's why we get along so good, man. So, hey, give
Yeah.
me that website one more time.
So loanofficercrm.ai/AIO.
And a bark here and a bark there. So, all right, good stuff, man. Hey, I appreciate you, Chris.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me on, Carl.